In this question, Stefan has 600 milliliters and ml is short for milliliters. So let me write that there. Now remember, in the UK we write litres like this, and in the US they write it like this. So this is the spelling that you want. So Stefan has 600 milliliters and he pours some into this jug and some into this jug. How much water does Stefan have left after he's done that? So first of all, we need to find out how much water's in here and add them together. Now, if you have a look here, that's 100, that's 200, and halfway between will be 150 milliliters. So Stefan has poured in 150 milliliters into this jug. So let's write that down, 150 milliliters. Now, that's 100, that's 200, that there is 150. But if you look, it's halfway between 150 and 200. Now what we can do is find out what is halfway between 150 and 200. And there's lots of ways of doing it. So one way of working this out is if you add 150 to 200 and then divide it by 2. So let's do that. 0 add 0 is 0. 5 add 0 is 5. And 1 add 2 is 3. So our answer is 350. Now our next step is to divide this by 2. So I need to do 350 divided by 2. And I like to write it like this, 350 divided by 2. Because I can use the bus shelter method. So it's raining. And 350 is getting wet, so we'll build a bus shelter. And we'll put 350 inside. And the 2 has to go outside. Now, how many 2's are there in 3? There's 1. Remainder 1. And we have to carry the remainder over to the next column. Now, how many 2's are there in 15? So if you know your 2 times table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we can stop there because we've gone past 15. So how many 2's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many 2's in 15? 7. Now we've used 14 and we had 15. So there's a remainder of 1 and we carry that over. So this 0 becomes 10. So look at this as if it's 10. So how many 2's are there in 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 there. There's no remainder, so we can stop. So our answer is 175. So now I know that this line here is 175. So Stefan has added 150 milliliters in this jug and 175 milliliters in this jug. So let's write that down, 175 milliliters. So now we need to add these two because in total Stefan has added these two. 150 add 175. So that's the ones column, that's the tens column, and that is the hundreds column. 0 add 5 is 5. 5 add 7 is 12. Now I can't write 12 in one column. I have to carry the 1 over to the next column. And now it's 1 plus 1 is 2 plus this 1 I've carried over makes it 3. So Stefan has used 325 millilitres of water. So how many millilitres are left if Stefan started off with 600? So our calculation now is a subtraction. So we need to do 600 take away 325. So let's do that here. 600 take away 325. 0 take away 5 we can't do. So this 0 goes to its neighbour and tries to borrow 1. It can't. So this 0 has to go to its neighbour to borrow 1. So we cross off the 6 and that becomes a 5. And the 1 we've borrowed turns this 0 into a 10. Now this 0 can borrow 1. So this 0 goes over to its neighbour. We cross the 10 out and that becomes a 9. And the 1 we've borrowed here turns this 0 into 10. So now I have 10 take away 5, which is 5. 9 take away 2, which is 7. And finally 5 take away 3, which is 2. So Stefan has 275 millilitres of water left in his bottle.